Hello, good evening. The experience of being told your loved one has been seriously wounded on the front line in Afghanistan is one every forces family fears. But the experience can be made more stressful by the time and cost of travelling hundreds of miles to reach their bedsides at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham. The MOD offers only limited accommodation for visiting relatives, but the whole experience is set to change thanks to a partnership between the hospital and a US charity called the Fisher House Foundation. Well, the various organisations backing the UK scheme have been in London this afternoon to reveal more details. Julie Knox has been speaking to them.
The Queen Elizabeth Hospital opened 2 years ago, but aside from Norton House nearby, which only has 6 bedrooms and isn't on site, there's a great need for Forces family-specific facilities while they visit their wounded warriors. This is one of scores of Fisher houses in the States. They are beside military hospitals. They have room for up to 20 families to stay, free for as long as they need to, while their loved one gets better. There are comfortable ensuite bedrooms, communal kitchens and lounge areas. And soon the first one will be built in Birmingham. The announcement's been made at a special reception at the House of Commons.
The last thing that a family of somebody who's been wounded in service to their nation needs is additional stress or economic burden. And that is the whole purpose for these Fisher houses, whether they're on that side of the Atlantic or this side.
So it'll look like this, and it will house up to 18 families at a time. The American Fisher House project has given $2 million to start building work. Help for Heroes has given another £1.5 million and has guaranteed £50,000 for the next 10 years to help with the ongoing costs. So it won't cost families anything to stay. Staff of Forces Help will provide staff at the house and will be its custodians in perpetuity.
The relatives, when they get the dreadful knock on the door, can literally pack the suitcase, race to Birmingham and get beside the bed. Then, in the evening, or when their visiting time is over and they need to go and get some sleep, they can go back and everything is taken care of. And it's taken care of with love.
But what about our British Reserve? Will a family necessarily want to share experiences with those in the next room?
You sit next to somebody having a cup of tea and you're both crying, and I still have times when that happens. You know, it's inevitable. I remember my son's fine, he's done very well, had an amazing recovery, but there are still times, as I well up now, there are still times that it catches you out.
With the feeling of isolation taken away, it's proven that carers can care better and troops recover faster, seeing they don't have to worry about their loved ones. The injured family member can spend time at Fisher House too.
It's within walking distance and wheelchair distance of the hospital, so guys will also be able to come out of the hospital, spend some time in informal surroundings, be close to that hospital but not feel that they're in a hospital.
And post-2014, when battle casualties from Afghanistan should be reduced, there'll still be training injuries, plus the cohort of the wounded who'll need ongoing reconstructive surgery. Fisher House will continue. Building work begins on the 23rd of April, St George's Day, and Fisher House will open to patients and families next February. Julie Knox, Forces News, Westminster.